Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Today we have an amazing photographer, first female we ever had. She's super talented. She told me she's only been doing it for a year, but it looks like she's been doing it for like 10 years because she's super, super talented. So let me introduce you to her. Her name is Sara Benedek. Sara, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. You feeling nervous today?
Yeah.
So a little bit. Also, as a creative, we hate being in front of the camera, right?
Yeah, it's super not my element.
I know
like to be behind the camera.
We have to like get used to it because you're gonna be here another time. So just like a little warm up. Why not?
All right.
Let's start with the questions. When did you start shooting? How long have you been doing this for?
So I've been shooting for a number of years. I feel like I can confidently say I'm shooting what I want to be shooting as of about a year and a half ago. I was shooting a lot of stuff with a really good friend of mine that details private planes. I was helping him kind of do like some filming for a lot of the stuff that he works on. It was such a good experience, and I am forever grateful to him. And then I kind of just took this turn and said, fuck it, we're going to start doing what we want to do. And I am so lucky to have the support system that I have and just dove right into it. And I'm very lucky to get to do what I do now.
Nice. And you only shoot photos, right? You don't do any video.
I don't do any video.
Or is the reason you don't shoot video? Have you tried it before?
I have. And to be honest, I went on a Premiere Pro.
Yes, that's what
I YouTubed it, and I kind of taught myself for like an entire summer. I just went down the rabbit hole and just totally self-taught, and I was like, I don't like it.
Really?
Don't want to do it. And there's so many amazing, there's amazing videographers, and it's totally their thing. I just like a still image. There's something about it that's really romantic to me, and that's why I pick it.
Yeah, it's romantic, but it can be harder too because for our videos, it's easy to show emotions, right? You make them cry, you make them smile, whatever. Yeah. But and picture is hard to like show emotions when it's just one still. It's like, so it's really hard, right? And I saw you only shoot with a lot of like females, right? You don't shoot a lot of guys. I noticed that.
I don't shoot a lot of guys, but it's really funny. I love to shoot men. They are less likely to want to be shot in my experience. I think because I work with a lot of women, it's like a common misconception that I wouldn't work with a man. I love to shoot men. It's just that predominantly my field is for sure women, and they're gorgeous. Who doesn't want to shoot them? But I think men have a different feel, and it's fun. It's almost a challenge to do it, and it's something that I really want to work towards, is shooting more men. Actually,
you never want to shoot with a man?
I have.
Oh, okay. You have.
Just not as many.
Oh, okay.
I would say maybe like 5% of my work is.
Oh, okay. So you've done it. Okay, because
yeah.
I was taking a look at your IG and I didn't see any. And I was like, okay, she probably doesn't want to, or stuff like that.
Yeah, you'd think it's just not something that I get asked about a lot. I think because people kind of look at my work and they go, well, you shoot.
Yeah, and your work is super like
women.
sensual. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like I don't want to be shouting like
right.
Probably you never know.
Are you gonna oil me up and shoot me like one of your French girls, or are we gonna?
I mean, it's funny because for me, I mainly shoot women as well, but I mean, obviously, like probably like 30% of my clientele is like men. Yeah. But they're like more in the fitness industry, so they even help me like put oil on their back and shit. It's like, I mean, I do it, But I mean, that's true that I thought you didn't. I don't know if like your boyfriend or whatever didn't want it to, because for me as a creator, like my girl, I mean, I love her and everything, but of course we have that.
Of course.
That like issue, Yeah,
I'm honestly lucky enough that my husband is not jealous. He doesn't really care who I shoot because he trusts me. He's like, you do whatever you want, and if you mess it up, it's on you. But no, he's super supportive, and I've shot a couple men and one of them was actually very nude, and it was a total experience, and it wasn't something that like panned out the way that I wanted it to, but he was super supportive all the way through. And if I ever have a job that's with a man, he's not gonna even bat an eye.
Nice. He will help you to put the oil on the back, right?
I don't know about that. I don't bring him to work with me often, but
no, that's good.
Maybe I mean I get a lot of DMs about needing an assistant. So maybe the next guy that messages me about can I be your assistant? I'll bring him to shoot a guy and surprise him.
Okay, there you go. That's all you need. And then what is your equipment? What is your setup? What do you shoot with?
Okay, so I'm a total minimalist, and I'm sure that I'm doing it completely wrong as far as like industry standards.
Okay, breaking the rules. I like that.
Totally. I am.
Can you put your mic pointing at you? Probably.
Pointed at me?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, you're doing good. Okay.
I already messed it up.
No, you're good. Fired.
Fired already. That was quick, man. What was that, 5 minutes? Dang it. Okay.
Yeah.
So my setup is really simple. I shoot with Fujifilm.
Nice.
It's totally my favorite. It feels the closest to a film camera. All of the dials are up on top. It's really, it's visceral. Like you touch everything with your hands. It's not in the menu hidden. It's not digital. It's all up here where I can reach it. So for me, it feels like film, which is cool because that's how I started with shooting.
Oh, you started? Oh, okay. And I never touch a
really?
film camera, dude. Oh, and I think I have friends that they go from DSLR to film camera. They struggle.
Yeah. It's so much fun. I like the control that I have, and maybe it's like a little bit old school, but I like shooting Fujifilm. It's totally different than what I see, and it's just, I don't know, it's fun. I like
nice.
it.
I saw your pictures, and you were holding a Sony.
That was a long time ago. That was I think when I was working with the aviation
and you
company.
Didn't like it?
I liked it. It was a beautiful camera. It just wasn't like the ergonomics of having all the dials and all the buttons and everything up top for me is way easier than like kind of going through the menu system or having all the shortcuts. I'm really like simple. I'm such a minimalist. So I'm like, if it's right there and I can see it and it's not going to accidentally get changed or
interesting. And then when it comes to those, I mean, I see you shoot a lot of them outside, right? Do you shoot with natural sight, or you have a strobes, a flash?
I have a flash, and I'll use the flash if I need to. I really like shooting outside. It's, I think, where I am happiest, but I look for shade.
Okay, so, really?
Yeah,
okay, that makes sense.
It just makes it so that you can control the lighting a little bit better. And I think if you look for shadows rather than lighting, I don't know, it's probably completely wrong.
I mean, it's probably you're right because I never tried like that. For. I'm gonna look for a shadow next time. Yeah. I always look for the sun that's like trash.
I love shooting in the shade. It's 100% what I look for.
No wonder. I mean, whatever you said, I'll do it because I mean you're a great photographer. So I'm
Thank you so
I'm gonna follow your steps for sure. And I normally shoot with strobes, but I mainly shoot in studios.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was mentioning I like to have control of the light, right?
Well, your work is really beautiful.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm still learning, trying to get on your level for sure. But
right.
Trying.
No.
But I like to mainly shoot in a studio just because you have control of the lighting, right? And then like you can shoot anytime. You know, when I shoot outside, they have cases that I'm like, either I'm late or the model is late, and then the sun is gone, and it's like fuck, you know, and it looks super bad either on my side or her side. So that's what I like to shoot in studios. So you should definitely. I know you're gonna kill it if you do.
Learn from you.
We have the studio whenever. I mean, like the owner Handel. Everything I know from photography studio, he's the one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, every time I'm shooting shit, I'm like, yo, I want to replicate this picture. And he's like, give me 1 second. He puts all the setup. I just press the trigger. I'm like, dude, fuck yeah.
So fast.
Exactly. And now I know what's the setup, you know, because that's a little like tricks and stuff. But like you said, it's good to break the rules sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's not right way to do it when it comes to like filming.
For sure. That's kind of the nice, like, I guess, like loophole with being an artist for a living is there's no wrong way to make art. So as long as you're making it, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of a nice little bit of wiggle room for me.
Exactly.
I don't have to do it right.
Yeah, no, I always tell my friends, whatever, I told them like I'm not wrong. This is my art. And if I like it, I'm never wrong because it's like there's no right way to it, you know? So they're like, because when I started, I used to do a lot of effects all the time. Because when I started, I couldn't afford a good camera, good lighting. So like, how can I do something different? And the only way that I was doing something different was by applying effects. But it was a little bit too much, but that's what makes me unique now. Like they know me like, oh yeah, visual effects is Connor, you know? But it's like I said, it's how does that quote says, you have to learn how to break the rules. Learn the rules as a master, you can break them as something like that, right?
Yep.
And then I have a question for you that I would like shooting for free, is because I've been doing this for 3 years and I still shoot for free sometimes, you know. It depends. What do you think about that? Do you still work for free or?
So it's a super touchy subject. Everybody wants you to work for free. I find that in this industry, if you're a hairstylist or if you're a doctor, nobody expects you to work for free.
Exactly.
And when you're an artist, you get hit up to work for free a lot, especially if you're new, because everyone wants to be, I'll do it for your portfolio, but it comes to a point where it is a little insulting. So the way that I work around that is I take one passion project a month so that I still really get to do what I really want to be doing. And I get to have like my creative outlet. And I mean, obviously every shoot I love, but there's just nothing like the one that is yours that you get to do. So that's the one that I do for free once a month. It keeps me creative on my toes and keeps me creative and keeps me inspired and keeps me like really pushing forward with my work. And I think that's how I get around I won't shoot for free, it's that, okay, but I'm only going to do it once a month. Because if you say yes every time, then you just start losing money, and it's just, you can't say yes to everything. So I just say yes once a month.
Just once a month. That's smart because I actually do the same thing. Every month I shoot a spec work, which is like a fake commercial for brands, you know. Sara, I hire a model and I buy her clothes from Sara, and they create something from a fitness or whatever. Just because same thing you were doing, it keeps your, like, me as a videographer, like my clients, they don't like to go too crazy. And for me, it's like, you want the basic, everybody's doing that, you can hire somebody else. But I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it, you know? So I like to do it once a month, something for myself, so I can keep my creativity sharp. You know, I know what I'm gonna do, like, just go crazy, and from that job, I'm not gonna make like more money. You know, so it's a little investment that I do.
Absolutely.
So like, I mean, I pay like models, and I buy the thing, and I drive the models and whatever. I can probably spend like 1G, but I know like I can get like 5 G's from that, and then it's like gonna like, make the money back, and it's gonna be something good that I like to do, and then here's my full potential on that, you know? And then, so you've been doing shooting for 1 year, you said, right? Well, mostly like 1 year, right?
Yeah, like shooting what I want to be shooting,
And
like,
what is that you like to shooting?
So at the moment, I have kind of decided that there's a lot of ass on Instagram. There's a ton of it, and it's a great time to be on Instagram. There's nothing but beautiful, confident women, and I am totally in support of it. But I feel like my style is to edit them romantically. There's a romantic level to it, and I think that it's really important to have just one piece of that. Everyone doesn't need to do that, and that's fine. But like for me, I just think that it's important to kind of like elevate those beautiful. I have a friend who's a photographer. He's amazing. He calls them thirst trap photos.
Okay.
And like, okay, fine. You can have a thirst trap photo where it's just like ass and boobs just popping, and it's so beautiful. But like, what if we made it more of like an editorial edit on a sexy photo? And so I think for me, it's really fun to do that, and that's kind of what I'm liking to do these days.
That's nice. And you've been shooting on stuff, right? Like, if we were too close to not create this podcast, and you told me, dude, I'm not available until the 28th. I'm like, fuck, we need to make this happen.
I'm looking like almost through November already. Hell I'm really lucky, good. And I'm so lucky to be getting to do what I want to do and be super busy. But yeah, man, I
was gonna say, busy. I mean, you're booked almost into November. How does that? Doesn't create like anxiety on you? I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like,
it does,
because you want to take some vacations. I'm guessing, right? Too.
Yes, right? It totally does. So the way that I do my schedule is I only book 2 months in advance. Technically, I have something booked for February of next year.
Damn.
But like,
that's crazy.
I try not to book like further than 2 months, because then it gets really overwhelming for me, and I kind of lose sight. The other thing is I take 1 week off a month.
Oh, nice. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, my family has 1 week off a month together, which is awesome. So I do get that downtime for my personal life. And that's why I kind of stack shoots like bam, 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 because I know that that's my work week, or that's my, that's my time. So there are a lot of shoots, and it's a lot of editing time. And, the editing takes longer than the shoot.
Yes,
so
exactly.
As many shoots as you see, there's double that amount of hours for everything after it. But I try to balance everything by doing it that way and only going 2 months in advance.
That's smart. Taking a week off from work. That's super. I need to do that
so
probably.
Lucky,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I mean, the good thing is you do it for yourself, so it's like you can take any time you want, right? And you only do 1 shoot a day, or you would book up 2, 3, 4, 5?
It depends. I really try to only do 1 shoot a day, but I leave room in my schedule for reschedules, for the unknown, because there's always people that may cancel or need to reschedule, and if I have like an AM shoot but I have a PM slot, I try not to fill that right off the bat, so that if someone needs to reschedule, I'm like, okay, well, I could do it this day, and there's lots of wiggle room for me, so I try to only book 1 a day.
That's nice. And I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good and bad, because I mean, you're also a mom, right? So it's kind of hard to like be a mom and be a photographer. It's like you want to be the best at both. So it's like, fuck, I need to be the best mom and have to be the best photographer. So like, so it can be challenging for sure. Right?
And a wife and a friend, and like a human being on top of that. Like, and you know what it's like when you get super into a project that you're doing, you kind of just dive right into that, and you neglect everything else. So it's kind of a nice way to balance everything and make sure like, okay, this is your time with your family, and make sure that you're not like going too hard and just forgetting.
So you know when to stop. You know when like, okay, this time family, I don't respond to DMs, I don't edit pictures.
I'll even post it. I'll say like, hey, like I'm out of office until Monday. I've done it multiple times.
And your clients respect that?
They totally do. I'm so lucky that everyone I work with has never been disrespectful about that. They totally understand. They're like, all right, we'll schedule it Monday. Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
But I see you have like that business mindset when it comes to like that. You're like, yeah, if I say no, it's no, dude. If I say yes, it's yes. So you kind of like, oh shit. They don't want to fuck with you. You know, they don't want to fuck with her. So if she says no, it's a no. Yeah, I've seen that. What is like the worst parts when it comes to like the business side of photography? Because that's a hard like topic to like learn when it comes to our industry.
Yes.
You know, I know like great photographers that they're like great at what they do, but they don't know the business side. Yeah. So they're like saying their stuff super cheap, or they're not getting as booked, and then it's the other way around. When there's like photographers that are not good, but the business side, they're like killing it. So it's like they're making so much money and they're not even talented. And like that's fucking sad. What about you? How has been your experience with that topic?
I think like the hardest part for me with the business side is not saying yes to everything that I want to do. I really have to prioritize things, and that's hard sometimes because there might be a project that I really want to do and I just can't do it right now because I've already booked and I've already committed. So pushing out you know what it's like if you're like super passionate about something and you really want to be doing it, but you're like, man, I can't do this until November. Like it's hard sometimes, and you're so excited and you have to try to almost not focus on that job yet and just kind of like gather inspiration. And not really be focused on that job. I think that's the hardest thing for me is pushing off things I'm really excited about.
Yeah, right.
But I get excited about like honestly most things. I'm like so excited to be there.
You always get excited for your shoot? Do you still get nervous when it comes to like your shoots?
Every single time. I actually just stopped. I had a tradition where I would take a shot of Jameson before every single shoot because I was nervous to be there.
Really?
But now I'm like, okay, you can't be taking shots at 6 a.m. in front of brand new clients. So I had to kind of like, that's the business side for sure. Like you have to kind of like clean it up and like be professional. But yeah, I really do get excited about all my shoots. I love being there. I feel so lucky to get to do this for a living that I still have that energy on every shoot. And I really just want to keep that.
Nice. And you always get ready for it? Like you plan it out, or you just go there and like, okay, let's shoot?
So planning, it's always like loosely planned. I don't ever go with like a shot list or anything like that. I never go there with the intent of like, we're going to nail this exact look, unless it's the client requesting that we nail an exact look, an exact shot. But the other thing is like if a client sends me a photo and it's of another photographer's work, I will not recreate it.
Really?
I'll tell them like we can do something close, or but I'm not stealing work. So we can get something close to it. I don't feel comfortable like taking credit for something that really wasn't mine.
Nice.
So I don't like really hard goals. I want like a more loose goal. But like, I mean, obviously like there's inspo and like, like dream boards and stuff that people will send you.
And how will you feel if somebody takes a picture same as you did? Would you feel like
flattered, I guess?
Interesting. Okay. Like, all right. So it's not like, okay.
I mean, if something that I made inspires anybody ever, I'm just going to be like, oh my God.
Which it does. Honestly, like, I love your work. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to copy it, but it looks fucking dope.
I appreciate that. Yes. It's always flattering. Like, I mean, obviously everyone's work will inspire you. Like if you look at something like, you don't want to copy it, but you want to like be inspired by it. I think that's the most.
Or make it better.
Yeah,
right?
Totally. It's the best compliment.
That's true. And then, how's the camera doing? Let me just check. Are they getting good? Okay, we have 6 more minutes on that. Just to make sure. Cool, you're doing great.
Took my sip of White Claw.
Say what? Can you put your headphone a little more? I mean, your mic a little bit. Yeah. Is that cool?
Yeah,
no, it moves. That's a fucked up one.
It's okay. Way to give me the fucked up one.
I know, right? you want a good side, right?
Right? All right. It came with a price.
That was a good side.
It's making me work.
Okay, let's go back. Okay, so you're a creative girl, right? You've been doing this for 1 year, and what do you think is a benefit or is a downside that the fact that you're a female in this industry?
I love this question. I'll be honest. I think there are nothing but benefits. I'm loud and proud about it. I think that the models that I work with, it's a different vibe. I've been on lots of photo shoots and it's fun. But there's something about just this girl gang vibe on my shoots. It's almost like you're hanging out with your friend and you get some pictures along the way. Nice. I am super lucky to get along with all my models. They're all gorgeous, and there's no, I don't know how to say it. Like in real life, I feel like really beautiful women sometimes maybe are a little bit jealous or like insecure around each other. Not in my world. And it's so amazing that I get to have that be my reality, that these women just totally support each other. Like if one model has a success, everyone's celebrating for her. Everybody's commenting, everybody's liking, everybody's messaging, everybody's just totally building up this other beautiful woman. So for me, being part of that as a woman is totally it's different. Like I love it. I think it's so much fun, and the shoots are fun because of it.
Yeah,
like it's just silly. It's a lot sillier, I think, than people
right
think.
And I think it's kind of easier for you because when it comes to posing females, for a guy it can be uncomfortable because I don't know if I want to do it, because I've seen you even shoot like females without like bra and stuff like that. For me, I know guys that do it, and it's pretty good, but for me I haven't done it just because one, I have a girl, I think that's different, and second one, I don't feel like comfortable asking them that, but it depends. And for you, it can be like, yo, I'll take your bra off. And like, oh, yeah, I got you.
Totally. I will say this, though, like, because I do have that advantage. I can be a little bit more, like, upfront about talking about those things. But I will say I still have, like, professional boundaries. When we oil up a model, I will spray them and they rub it in themselves. Just because I'm still respectful of people's personal boundaries. I mean, it's 2021. Just because, like, we're both women doesn't mean that I need to be touching you. I'm a total pro. So I think that that's super important as well with an all-girl shoot. Like, I think a lot of people have this like fantasy that I'm just like oiling up
slow motion and everything.
That's fine, like they can keep that fantasy, but like it's actually really fun and silly. Like it's nothing but like naked hula hooping and nonsense. It's blast.
Nice. And then I'm guessing, you mentioned naked. Do you shoot content for OnlyFans girls or?
I do.
That's nice.
Yeah, I shoot content for OnlyFans girls. And honestly, like they're a blast. I feel like they're total pros. It's what they do for a living.
Because at the end of the day, body is an art. Female body is an art. So when it comes to that, it's like, you're not just shooting a basic photo with their phone. It's like artistic look. And I'm
and that's the funny part is like most, like I guess OnlyFans photos, I don't know how they're edited, but I take them just as seriously as I would a girl that hires me for it. Like I edit them romantically as well. So like if it goes on OnlyFans and it's just this romantic glossy photo that you see of a naked woman, I hope that like at some point people start taking these girls a little bit more seriously with what they're doing. Like their work is real work, and I think that's how I edit them, is like take this beautiful woman seriously. She's a model, and it's so much fun. I've made so many friends doing it, and I love doing OnlyFans work.
Really? How was your the first time somebody asked you for OnlyFans? Did you go like, you thought about it, or you were like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it?
Fuck yeah. I'm an all-in type of person. Like, I feel like I'm pretty decisive. Like, if I want to do something, it's like already halfway done in my head. So, yeah, 100%.
You done it. That's cool. And then, do you have like a account for OnlyFans? I saw that.
I do.
Is that like your OnlyFans, or that's like
your
client's OnlyFans? Because I was like, what?
I've actually avoided this question for quite some time. I normally tell people that they can subscribe and find out. But
breaking news, right?
Guys. Breaking news right now. So the way that I look at it is, if a model and I have written expressed consent that I am allowed to share those photos on my OnlyFans, and she's allowed to also share them on whatever platform she wants to, I will take written consent from them. I had 2 forms of ID, and I upload that to OnlyFans so that it's all on the up and up, because you're not allowed to post nude photos of anybody but yourself. They're very strict. So I totally adhere to all the guidelines. We have it worked out. If I don't have that from you, I would never post your naked photos on there. So like if you're not an OnlyFans content creator, then your nudes that I would take of you would never get posted there. So there's a total separation in my work. But to be honest, it's really fun. Like, I feel like it's a fun platform. They had some drama this year.
Yeah, I saw.
And we're kind of thinking about moving to another one. We'll see. But I like the idea of having the monthly subscriptions to view my work, because I do have a really unique look at it. It's a total behind the scenes, I think.
Oh, interesting. And it's like a gallery art. It's like it's not just one person, but a lot of persons.
Oh yeah.
You're showing the way that you wanna present them in pictures. So I think that's more cooler. If I subscribe, I would subscribe for the art, not for like, I want to be like a pervert,
And that's funny. That's a misconception as well. Like amongst some of my friends, they're like, well, I want to subscribe and support you, but like, I don't want to be like
not at all
a creep. And I'm like, you're not a creep. You're supporting a local artist. And that's totally how I see it.
So and like you said, cool. They're cool with you guys they posting their work. So it's like,
and I tag them and everything.
Oh,
it's
nice.
not
You can tag people there?
Oh yeah, you can totally tag them, and it'll link to there. So if someone likes one of the girls that I shoot, they'll go, oh, I want to see her profile, and then they might go subscribe to hers as well.
Yeah,
so
that's good. That's smart. That's hell yeah. Everybody's making money that way.
Absolutely, that's the goal, right?
Exactly. Especially here in San Diego, it's so expensive to live here.
Oh my god,
I know for
Sunshine
right.
tax.
I know, especially. I remember my first year paying taxes. I was like, what? It's crazy. I didn't know how it works, because it's so different. I mean, good thing I hired somebody to like help me out.
Yeah.
She really helped me out, but I'm like, the way the government fucks you up here with taxes is insane, But so pay your taxes, guys. Pay your taxes. Let's restart that one. You think it's great, Sara?
Oh my god.
What is it?
I'm good,
dude. Okay,
you're easy to talk to. You're making it way easier.
Really, no shit.
Yeah. I was way nervous before you can ask him. I was so nervous.
Yeah. Yes. You think you're jumping the questions soon? Thank you. So we're back. What has been your favorite picture? Let me tell you what's my favorite picture from you.
Okay.
Is it one that you did with a tatted girl and there's like an airplane in the back, like an orange airplane, and she's wearing like a bikini orange.
Orange airplane.
Yeah, and she's like this. I mean, I'll show you for.
Oh.
She's blonde girl, and you're like an airplane and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, I saw it and I just.
Paris is so.
Yes,
beautiful.
that's her name. That's her name. Yeah.
She's honestly that girl. She is a model through and through. Like, that girl knows exactly how to pose. She knows her angles. She is absolutely stunning, and so sweet. Like, just as sweet as she is beautiful. I love working with her. That day we shot in a hangar for San Diego Sky Tours. They're at Montgomery Field, and the owner of the hangar was so generous with his toys and his time, and he totally let us do everything. His name was Eric, ironically.
Let's go. He's a beast.
I know, right? But yeah, no, Paris is she's a total sweetheart. I love her.
And like you said, you mentioned that she knows how to pose, right? I think it can be good and bad, because for me, like all my models when I started, they were great at posing. Mm-hmm. So when I got somebody that didn't know how to pose, I was like, oh shit, what should I do now?
Yeah.
So it's super, super hard. Like, the fact that she knows how to pose is good, but it can be kind of bad.
Yes. There's a photo that I took of her. She's sitting like on the wing of the plane, and there's these wires that come directly or diagonally across the photo, and she just grabbed them and made eye contact with me, and I lost my mind. I was like, oh my god, like I love that. She knew, like she totally understood the assignment and just nailed it. So yeah, I love working with her.
And I'm guessing I'm a huge fan of like tattoo body work.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm guessing you're the same, right? I wish I can really like shoot more tatted like girls, but I like I said, I come back to this. I didn't do it as much because of my girl.
Yeah.
But when it comes to men's, I'm like, Quest, my boy Quest, shout out to Quest. I'm like, dude, we shoot all the time, And she's like super quick. Have you shot with him?
I have never shot him. I would love to.
He's super, super quick. Like I just pressing like clap.
That's
like,
awesome.
Just pressing the button, so it's super quick. But I wish I can do more of a female work, because for me, like, it's just body is art.
Well, you're super talented. I feel like you'll have no problem getting those tattooed models in here. I saw like one of the girls that I've shot before. Her Instagram is Momo Muscles. She was just in here covered in gold. Oh my god.
JTP shot that,
my
right?
jaw
JTP,
hit
something
the ground.
like
that. Yes. My jaw hit the ground. I was so stunned, and I was in this studio, and I was like, I can't wait to go there for this podcast, because I saw her work. It was so stunning. Nice.
No, you should. I mean, he's a great photographer. ATP photographer, something like
Beautiful.
that.
I looked.
He's an amazing. He's an amazing photographer, and he actually shoots here a lot.
Beautiful.
And I learned a couple of things with him, because I met him one time, and like, yo, what's up? I'm Connor. Like, oh shit, he's the same as you. Oh, I love your work. Like, nah, dude, my work is trash.
We're all so hard on ourselves.
Yeah, I know. But he was, definitely. If you want to learn something from like lighting, he's the beast. He's the beast, especially when he shoots outside. It's
really?
Like, he's super, super. He's so creative. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then let me see. I saw you were a Harry Potter fan, right? I saw one of your pictures. I was just scrolling.
You can't do that when I'm taking a drink.
I was like, oh shit.
Secret Harry Potter nerd. Like,
no way.
Oh, I am a humongous nerd. I actually was watching a movie with my husband the other night, and like went in on a Harry Potter, like explaining some things to him, because he's not a nerd.
It's funny because how many movies is it? Like 7?
8.
Oh shit, 8. Interesting. I stopped at 4 because they're getting out of hand, dude.
What a quitter.
But they're nice though. They're nice. They're super like, I mean, as a videographer, I appreciate their cinematography, their effects, their story, everything. But I was gonna ask you, have you done any shoots like for Harry Potter, like a cosplay or something like that?
Harry Potter? No. Okay, so I was just, that's so funny that you bring up cosplay. I was just talking to one of my models the other day about doing a Sucker Punch cosplay. And I want to start doing a few more cosplay shoots just because I feel like there's such a market for it. And it's you can edit cosplay really romantically and have that like harder feel to it. It's not like a soft edit because it's meant to be almost like comic booky.
Yes.
So I think it'd be really fun and I would learn a lot from doing it. But I never thought of Harry Potter, and that's a great idea.
It should be some like it's cool. And how long it takes you usually to like edit a picture?
Do you want the honest answer to that?
Yeah.
Depends on the mood that I'm in.
Oh, really?
So, like, if I'm not into it, it's not going to
fuck
happen.
It'll
be, like, hours, and I'll stare at the same photo, and I will just be like, this is all trash. I'll get super down on it and just be like, not that the model or anything is doing anything wrong, but my edit, I'm like,
no, yeah, absolutely.
I am not doing my best work. And so if I feel that way, I'll walk away from it. I'll wander around. I'll get violently high, smoke a lot of weed.
Nice. Good motivation.
That's really honestly that I edit really, really stoned and highly caffeinated. I just chug black coffee and smoke weed and just
interesting. I have a friend of mine that he's actually my mentor. He doesn't edit if he's not like high.
I don't want to ever.
Really, no shit. I personally, I don't smoke, right?
Really?
But he told me you're super creative. He said if you smoke, you can be more creative.
Absolutely.
I'm like, what? What if I'm not? What if I fuck up the job? I don't know. But I never tried it. But he told me you should try it for one, like a personal job or something like that.
Just try it. I'm such a bully, but it might change your life. No big deal.
Really? I'll try it right now. Yeah. No, I'll give it a try for sure because I mean, there's ways for people to be creative, right? For me, like you mentioned that you do look at your work and then you don't like it and then you come back at it after.
Oh yeah,
I like to do that. Exactly. That's super helpful because sometimes I'm editing the project, especially the video, and I like the video and like this is trash, bro. Like nobody's gonna like it. And then I go to the gym. You know, like fucking I'll go to the gym and come back, work out, go to shower, eat something. Like, oh, actually, it's pretty good. It's actually like fucking dope. What I was thinking of. You know, which is that's good. The fact that you do something like that helps a lot too. Like
sometimes I'll come back and I go, okay, you're just being really hard on yourself. Sometimes I come back and I have a brand new idea of how to do it, and I really will scrap it and start over.
Really, you've done that?
Oh,
start from 100%. No, I would never.
I'll spend hours on something, scrap it, and start over because I can't be satisfied with it if I know it's not my best work. I'm not trying to just pump out garbage for cash. It's not what I want to do. So I really will take my time on something and redo it if it needs to be redone.
And that's why they come back to you because they know you put your heart in it, you know?
I really do. I don't ever want to do something that my heart's not in. So I try to show that on everything. But
and some clients don't appreciate that either. They can be like, oh yeah, that looks cool because that's easy for you, but like, nah, I actually spent like 3 hours on this. What do you mean? Maybe
it's because I'm like newer, but I haven't actually run into that yet. I have such positive feedback from all of the models that I've shot. They're so kind and so sweet and so supportive that I feel like I've never gotten any bad feedback of whether or not my heart was in it. They're all like, you're so passionate about what you do, and like that's why we want to work with you. So I haven't come across anything like negative about like, man, did you even try? Or like,
damn, that's crazy.
It's cool. I'm pretty lucky so far. Give it
somebody put a filter on your work. That happened to me one time, and I'm like, dude, I spent like 10, I don't know, like 20 minutes color grading this video mainly. And they put like Instagram like filter. I'm like, you really, bro? You really
was
like?
Was it a Valencia filter?
Huh?
Was it a Valencia filter?
I remember like super, like super bright. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, like I said, they don't appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. I might be different for videos, you know?
No, it's true. It's happened a couple times. It is a little awkward because I repost a lot of stuff. Like if somebody posts something of mine, I'll always repost it.
Untag me.
But if there's a filter on it, I will not repost it because it's not my work anymore.
Exactly.
And it's uncomfortable because I don't want to insult anyone by saying that. But if I put my heart and soul into it and it's just not my work anymore, I'm like, dang, man, like I can't repost it. So I don't ever like ask them to take it down, but it just won't get reposted.
Yeah, it happens to me.
It's always a bummer. It hurts my soul.
I know, yeah, because actually you spend a lot of time in one picture. You know, people might not notice that, but it happens to me. Yeah, if my client comes to me and I'm like, they start directing the job, I'm like, dude, this is not my work anymore. They're like, oh, can you get this angle? Can you get that angle? I'm like, everybody's doing that, dude. Like, can we do something different? So, well, like you say, when they post it, I don't repost it. I'm like, oh, I just liked it, and I actually put the option in IG, like untag me from it because people look at your story, you know.
It's uncomfortable for sure. You don't want your work to be put out that's no longer your work. It's an uncomfortable conversation for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So the clients don't do that. We're gonna like, I know, stop like shooting with you guys. And then what's your like? Did you ever want to shoot like a big brand? What's your like your dream brand to work with?
Okay, So I'm not like a brand person. I specifically buy clothes that have no brand on it. My purse is a wallet. I don't own a purse.
Nice.
I don't ever want a purse.
Interesting.
I don't really I mean, I will do like a brand shoot, but I guess what I would rather shoot is an artist. So if you want me to pick like a brand, I would pick like an artist and their brand. Like my biggest thing is that I want to shoot artists and see where that art came from. So like, for instance, like your work is stunning. I want to know where it came from. Who made that? So for me, if I get to shoot you, then it's like a little inside look at who made that beautiful piece of art. So if I'm going to pick a brand, it's going to be someone's personal brand. That's really where I want to go.
That's cool. Interesting. So more like not celebrities, but more of a
it doesn't even need to be like an entertainer. It's not necessarily like, oh, I want to shoot musicians that entertain. It's like really, it could be another photographer. It could be someone that blows glass for a living. It doesn't matter. But like if you make art for a living and you're an artist, I want to know where it came from. And you never get to see where it comes from. You just see the actual piece of art. And I think there's a lot to be told by shooting the artists themselves.
Nice.
So that's, I guess, the brand that I would want to shoot is someone's personal
that makes sense.
brand.
I mean, it's even funner, you know, if like you're actually working with a person, not with a brand. When it comes to working with brands, it's like can be a pain in the ass.
I like shooting people.
Yes, it's way better. It's more like authentic, you know. When it comes to brand, it's all business. You want to make money out of what you create. And it's like,
and it's an art form. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. I've done product shoots. I think product shoots you learn a lot about lighting. You learn a lot about you know, what looks good, what doesn't.
It's a challenge.
Totally
because you have to sell something with that picture. So how are they gonna buy it without?
Absolutely. I just have more fun shooting people. I think they're more expressive. You can tell a lot about someone by a photo of them.
Exactly. That you than a product for sure. A bottle cannot smile for sure. That's a fact. Fuck, I forgot the question I was gonna ask you.
Please leave that in. Don't edit that out.
No, that's fine. My cousin will leave it there. What did you think? Let's jump into the questions, right?
Oh, good. Now
let's do that because it's gonna be some. You got a lot of questions. We're gonna do just some of them. You got a lot of people that support you, dude. That's good. That's good. Yes, you're lucky, and the have some of your friends. We're not gonna do those questions, but we're
gonna open another one of these if we're gonna get into these questions from my friends.
A guy say, yo, let's check your DMs. I mean, you want to shoot guys, right? So
okay, so that's my friend. He's a really talented photographer.
Nice.
His name is Mikey. He owns a company called Deadview. He is a so overly talented photographer that totally sells himself short, and I'm like pushing him to shoot more people. So he's always like, can I shoot you? You know that I'm like so shy, don't want to be shot. I want to be on the other end of the camera. So it's always like our joke, like, you want me to like go out of my comfort zone, but you won't. He did like a couple test shots when I was helping him with a shoot for his clothing company, but like they were just test shots. But he like his lighting is just so. Is it
the one with the baseball?
Yes,
dude, you killed that one.
That's Mikey. He's amazing, and I wish that
was a great fucking picture.
Yeah. Damn, he's gonna regret saying that. Doesn't do this. I called him out.
I know he doesn't do this. So he doesn't do this for a living. He's not.
I mean, he does, but like his clothing company is definitely like his like main thing.
I mean, it's cool because I'm guessing he's creating the content for it, right?
He is, but like he doesn't realize like he is just so above and beyond talented, and I really want him to like realize that. So hopefully he hears this and is embarrassed.
So you're, I know for real.
I'm so excited.
You haven't modeled besides that, because I mean, don't think it's in the wrong way, but you're pretty, you're good looking.
Thank you.
Have you? So you have you get asked for model? Like, how much are you for modeling?
I feel like this question comes up on shoots and I make like the most awkward, uncomfortable face in the whole world. I totally appreciate the compliment and I totally understand it is a compliment, but I am so not a model. These girls, they are pros, like male models, female models. They know exactly what they're doing. It's real work. They know how to pose. They know their angles. They know the faces. They pop in and out of it. Like, the models that are just so
easy to work with.
They're just so
supernatural,
professional. Yes. Like they're so amazing. I want to be on this side of the camera for the rest of my life. I just love being on this side where nobody's looking at me and I'm like doing my thing. So I appreciate it, but it's just I would never.
Because it's funny that after I saw that picture that you did for your friend, I thought she probably models on the side or whatever.
No, that was a test shot that he conned me into, and like literally. Yeah, he tricked me.
Yeah, shit. Well, I mean, I'm gonna put the picture right here because I love that picture, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, he's so talented. He was all Mikey. It wasn't me.
Yeah, and I haven't followed him. I didn't actually take a look at his work. Yeah, I actually thought you took it on your own.
Oh,
I thought you were like, because you're so good that I'm like, she probably just fucking put the camera there and like press.
No, I can never take credit for that. That's all Mikey. He's super talented. And I love, like, he does like these shoots with these gels, and he just like, he just knows. Like, he goes in there and it's like a couple test shots maybe, and then my favorite part of him, he will take one photo and that's it. He'll be like, okay, we got it, and moves on. I'm like, no way. My soul hurts. What do you mean you took one photo? Like, he just nails it right on the spot. He's so
what about you? Or do you do like a lot of photos, or you do like quick ones?
I'm so annoying. I'll overshoot. Like, I'll take way more photos than I need, because a little micro expression will make the difference for me in an okay photo and a good photo. Nice. I don't want to miss that micro expression. So I'll even just rapid fire while I'm shooting, just to make sure that we got every single detail. And I actually hand pick my photos. I don't have a program that does it for me. Nice. I go through every single photo myself.
Is it a program so I can do it for you?
No, I won't use one of them. There's lots of programs that will pick your photos for you, but I feel like they don't necessarily get every photo that I would have picked personally, so I'd rather hand select them.
Nice. I was thinking with the owner of the studio. He actually, one time he just got the Canon EOS R, I think the R6.
Fancy.
And he said that the shutter is too sensitive. Like, when he went home, he has 7,000 pictures to edit.
Oh my god!
He was like, and he didn't even notice. Like,
that's too much. I think my record's like 4,000. I would
4,000. That's crazy.
Well, to be fair, I shot a friend of mine that I really wanted to shoot, and she was doing a backbend in a naked gold foil bodysuit in the desert with a storm behind her. So yeah, we took 4,000 photos.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. Now for me, like, my average is like 150, 200.
Really?
You know, yeah. But it's, I mean, like, it's a studio photos. It's just like...
yeah, but I'm an overshooter. I know I take too many.
It's basically better, because I remember when I started, I was like taking just a little bit of pictures. I'm like, fuck, this is how the focus looks great, but I don't know. And this one, here's over there. So it's something fixable, but it's like, I guess, like, where you come from, like, it's better to shoot more than and go home and that have like the shot that you wanted than go home like, fuck, I didn't, you know, especially when it comes to like, if you're painting a studio, if you're painting a model, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
you have to make sure that you have it. You can't go home with nothing.
Especially in the film cameras, right? You only have like a certain amount of shoots back then. Oh yeah. Right? You only have like what, 10, 15? I don't know how it works.
Yeah, like a roll of film, if you don't get what you want, the process of developing your own film and like going through that entire process just to get garbage, it will make you want to rip all your hair out of your head.
So you have to be specific with lightings. How do you want her to model?
Very specific.
Yeah, so it can be challenging. So I'm glad. I
went through a lot of rolls of film when I was shooting.
Really?
Film.
No way.
So many rolls of film.
Interesting. I might give it a try, honestly, to film. I know my cousin does that, but he does more of a like vintage style.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's do it.
I
have all the stuff.
Oh, really? Nice.
My husband built me a dark room in my house.
I was going to ask you that. I didn't even know how to call it that. Dark room. That's the one. Nice.
He built me a dark room.
Nice.
So
you have a good husband, dude.
I do.
I want to tell my girl to build me a one. Hi, babe. Build me a...
She's like, I have to do what now?
I know, for real. All right, let's start with the questions, right?
Oh,
let's
God,
for the first one. I'll do from Italia, because I know she did questions, right? Actually, let's do one from Eric. Okay. I have a special fan here. His name is Eric underscore 3285. Says, what artists do you look up to you and why?
So I feel like the San Diego community of photographers is a pretty close-knit community. I have a lot of friends that are photographers in San Diego, and I look up to all of them because they are so generous with their knowledge. They always take their time to help me. Like lending me gear, teaching me to do things that I don't know how to do, totally just out of the kindness of their own heart. So I feel like the artists that I really look up to are the ones that have taken their time for me and just really like gone above and beyond. Like Derek Plank is one of the best photographers in San Diego. He had a studio above Spreckles forever. He lends me his gear to this day. He's just so generous and so sweet, and honestly, like, I would not be able to do the things that I'm doing without other photographers in San Diego. So those are obviously going to be my heroes because they helped me get where I am, for sure.
So the way you learn this industry was mainly by mentors, or you also learned YouTube, or both. You went to school or something?
All of it.
Oh, really? Yeah. Damn. That's why you're too good. You did all of them. You did all of them.
I feel like there's never going to be a point in my life that I want to stop learning. So if there's ever an avenue that I can learn something, I'm going to take it. I had a friend send me an editing tutorial. Super generous of him. It was for Photoshop. I use Lightroom. I took it anyway. There's no reason not to learn. Like, just because I use a different platform doesn't mean that I can't use this. So anything that anybody sends me, I'm just like a little sponge. I want to learn all of it. I wake up and I watch YouTube videos from other photographers that I respect, and I learn something to start my day in the morning.
That's good.
So that's really where I want to go, is just to keep learning.
Yeah, even until this day, I watch like 3 videos at least every day about videography. You know, how to edit this, how to edit that. You know, it's funny because when my friends or my followers ask me, yo, how do you learn how to do this? I'm like, dude, it's not just one video, dude. I watch like thousands of videos.
You have to be obsessed.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
You really do. If you're not obsessed, then you're not going to succeed. You have to literally live and breathe what you do.
Exactly. I don't like when they ask me that, because like, I wish you watch just one video, dude. I wish I can just send you one video. And they're like, nah, there's been a process on how you do it. And don't be lazy. I'm like, don't be lazy. Watch all these videos, dude. There's no right or wrong.
You're watching funny videos on your phone anyways. Why not watch something that's going to further your passion?
Exactly. That's a good way to do it. Yeah,
instead
honestly,
of like
you're
4
wasting
cat
your time.
videos, you could watch one photography video.
You're gonna learn a lot from it. You know, tools, how to do it. So it's really helpful. Everybody should be doing that for sure, especially if you're starting.
Oh yeah. You know? I get a lot of questions like that too. Like, hey, like I'm starting out. What should I do? And I always say YouTube. That's my first answer every single time. YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube.
Exactly. And then have you had people like tell you like, yo, I want to learn from you. Can you teach me?
I've had. Not yet, to answer that question, honestly. I've had a couple people ask me, like, what do I use, or if I'm starting out, or this or that. I haven't had anybody ask me if they can learn from me. I think because I'm so new still. But obviously, like, I've learned from that, so I would totally foster someone else's creativity. That's cool. That's how all of us get better, right? You learn and grow and, like, learn from people that are in the business. So,
That's the way to learn, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys know, if you want to learn from her, hit her up for free. She got you.
Thanks, man.
I know. Actually, fuck. Okay, let's go from one question from our friend, model, Italia Faith. Right, she did like 5. So let's see which one is the better. Where should was there artist vulnerable there? Where's the addition to another content? What's your first phase? Okay, so her 2 good ones. First one is from any awkward situation shooting adult content.
Any awkward situations shooting adult content. Yeah, I mean, when you're, I don't know how to say this politely, when you're shooting people's genitals for a living, like, I mean, it gets a little dicey sometimes.
Yes.
I think the one that comes to mind for me is porn feet.
No shit. I know that's a thing, huh?
It's a thing. I carry baby wipes in my bag now, because like there's nothing worse in a photo when you get home and you might not notice it like on set, right?
Okay.
You're so busy like looking at every other detail. No one's looking at their feet. Gorgeous woman, all oiled up, super sexy, hair and makeup, like she's got it all dialed, right? But they walk around barefoot on set because they're in a bikini or they're in lingerie, and then they like do that cute little foot pop, and it's just like the dirtiest foot you've ever seen in your life, and you go home to edit it and you're just like
the Flintstones all dark and stuff.
Hours of work to get that off. So
that's cool and smart.
Porn feet is probably my number one awkward thing, because I'll go and be like, hey, can I wipe the bottoms of your feet? Can you wipe the bottoms of your feet to like get the porn feet off? And then it's like a funny conversation, but that's probably like the most awkward thing.
If you paid for that, which is crazy.
Porn feet.
I know, it's like I know like what people like that and stuff, like
now whatever. Like the next time you watch porn, you're gonna be like, damn it, there's a dirty foot.
Then I might take a look at it. Fuck it. I'm gonna go home and
I've ruined it for you. I've ruined it for you. You're welcome.
Never again. Let's do for another question. Same from her. It's pretty good. She said, what was your first paid shoot?
My first paid shoot, I believe, was when I started working with Shiny Jets. A good friend of mine, Brett, works in the aviation industry. He actually runs a school all around the country detailing private planes.
Damn.
So I got a job with him, helping him film his school and doing like all the things that he needed, and it was a total experience. I've never been around so many private planes in my life, and it's like it's just a fancy world.
It's a luxury. It's a luxury.
Oh my god! Plane. And like I'm just not like a luxurious person, so it was like hilarious to me to like be in that environment. But yeah, no, Brett's awesome, and he was definitely my first paid gig. I worked with him for a long time, but yeah, he's a good guy.
I mean, I can imagine, because for me, like the first time I got paid for a shoot was $50 for a video, right? But those $50 never felt as good as me getting paid 3Gs for a video, right? Something like that, whatever it is. Because I found out that I can make money out of my talent, you know?
Yes, doing what you love.
Exactly. And I wish I can save those $50 and I just like I don't know, like frame it or whatever, but I was bet myself like, fuck,
right?
I can handle this. Yeah, I can just take a screenshot or whatever, but if it's
absolutely,
it's like a good feeling where you know you can get paid for doing what you love, you know?
When you're technically a professional photographer for a living.
Were you nervous?
Oh yeah, I'm still nervous.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, that was your
nervous.
first. I mean, I can imagine the first time you're like, oh shit, I'm actually getting paid for this. I cannot fuck up.
Don't fuck it up.
Right.
It's definitely the goal.
I know, for real. So for something else, they're doing a great questions. My experience for you was the most fun model to shoot. Okay, this one from Shell Electrics.
Okay.
She said, who has been the most fun model to shoot? So basically, which one is your favorite one? We're gonna put it right here.
I hate
They're gonna hate you. You're gonna lose so many clients today.
I can't lose clients, I'll be honest, because no one can compare to the personal relationship that I have with Italia. It's funny because she was the questioner before this.
Yeah.
Italia is forever and ever and ever my favorite person to shoot. She is usually my my passion project for the month. I'll spend it on Italia often because she is a model through and through. She can pose. She knows her angles. She is totally professional, but she doesn't tell me no. She lets me do pretty much whatever I want. I mean, I've hung her from the ceiling with big, thick chains and a pleather bikini with a guitar. We've done all kinds of fun stuff together, and she's just like, her energy is super fun. She's very creative. Our styles pretty much align. Actually, I'm shooting her Wednesday, so I'm super excited to shoot her again. But she's the girl. I love her.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think like the perfect client, or whatever you want to call it, is like the ones that says don't say no. The one that says is willing to do whatever you want.
Let's make art. I don't want to take your picture. Let's make some art. Let's be weird. Let's she's goofy and silly and her personality.
Yeah, just have fun at it. You know, I mean, yes, we were making mine out of this or whatever. We were making it for our brand or whatever, but let's have fun. You know.
For sure. It doesn't hurt at all that she's a total babe. Like gorgeous woman. So
that's a plus.
Love working with her.
That's a plus, yeah. So clients, be fun, and that's it. Let's see someone else. It's around the one that you prefer doing your ocean. It's a good one. It's from shit, I'm bad at pronouncing this. I want to say BSH3. I'll just put the link here. She said, do you prefer doing shoots at the desert or ocean? Desert or ocean?
Definitely the desert.
Really? No shit, I never done that one.
So the beach is really beautiful.
I'm
a total brat, and I grew up in San Diego, and I love the beach, but there's something about that super desolate desert. Everything is stripped down. It's hot. It's sticky. There's cactus everywhere. Like it's nature to me. Like it is. You're in the wild. And my grandpa was also a photographer. He shot primarily desert landscapes. So every time I go out there, I just feel super connected to that. And that's really why I wanted to be a photographer when I was a little kid. So I love shooting in the desert.
You actually wanted to be a photographer when you were a kid?
I mean, I did. I never really said it out loud to very many people because I didn't think it was possible. I was a little kid that was like, you can't be an artist. You have to do this.
Exactly.
You have to do it the right way.
Architect, engineer, doctor, whatever you want to say. Yeah.
So I never really dreamt that it was a possibility, and I wanted it, but it was never a possibility in my head that it could be a full-time job. So I love. He was so cute. He took I guess the original selfies. He would set up a tripod with a second camera around his neck so that he was a photographer in the photo. He was this cute little old man with a collared shirt and the desert behind him, and would take his own portraits out there. It's forever my favorite to shoot in the desert.
Okay, so that's how you become loving the industry, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So, okay, interesting. Because I never planned it either. I didn't want to be a photographer. I never thought about it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was always being creative. I remember when I was 4 years old, I had my little architect desks. Yeah. And I was just drawing all the time. I love drawing, dude. I used to do graffiti when I was 13 and stuff.
Really?
That's when you can go stop it. No, we'll go from here. Yeah, please. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, babe.
Your questions with your friends.
My friends are all drunk assholes because they're watching football today. I'm so sorry. Literally, I looked at a few of them. I was like, "Oh my god, David Brown, knock it off, David." They're so supportive and sweet. I love them.
Where's the dating horror story? I'm like, dude, you set up a photography now.
People are so obnoxious. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my, I'm not gonna say this, but fuck.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I used to do graffiti, and that's how my name comes from. Connor. My name is Eric Martinez, right? Yeah. But Connor was like my tag name.
I love that.
I've always been like creative and stuff, but I never thought about doing photography. So the fact that I'm creative is kind of like a plus for me being a photographer. So stuff like that makes it different. Absolutely. You know? So it helps a lot. So for you, what's different because you actually wanted to be that.
Do you have any photos of your work? Do you have any photos of your work?
Yeah, I do. All the way down. These. You have to go all the way down to my IG. I don't know if you should. It's for fun. To. Yeah, I have fun pictures of me when I was super young. I was like, I delete ones that I was like, dude, this is not. If you become famous, they're gonna make fun of you over this picture. So I was like, fuck this. Great. Let's go with one of your friends. I love your friends, dude. They make great questions for picture. Yeah, for real. Okay. That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna ask that. This one's pretty good. From Real Estate Real Estate Drains.
Yeah, that's my girl Crystal.
She said biggest pet peeves, top 3 in the industry, I guess. Yeah.
Biggest pet peeves in the industry. Number 1 is cancellations.
Yes.
Not a reschedule. Life happens. Totally get it. But if you cancel, I actually have a 3-strike policy. If you cancel on me 3 times, I will not shoot you. I don't care if your money's green. I'm all done here. Because every time you cancel on me, I lose money. Yes. If you reschedule, I don't lose the money. That's fine. Totally. I'm a very flexible human, but cancellation 3 times will earn you a blacklist for me.
Nice. And then you I'm guessing you take a deposit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then you keep the deposit if that happens?
Of course I do, but like the rest of it, it's only a 25% deposit.
Yeah.
So it's not,
copy that.
Yeah, it's not like the whole shoot or anything. So every time someone cancels, I lose money. It does not happen often. I'm super lucky. But 3 times canceling for sure, I will never shoot you again. Yeah, just because I think it's inconsiderate and
it is. It's selfish. You know, they don't value your time. Like,
exactly.
What do you mean?
And if you're willing to lose 3 deposits, like that's on you. But like I'm not willing to lose more than 3. Like that's just the vibe is off, and I don't want to be in. I don't want to. Yeah, be in, so
sure, I agree with you. And that's one. What will be the second one and third one?
Being late is
not my favorite. I was gonna say that. What about being on time?
Being on time is super important.
Are you always on time though?
I am on time. Always. If it is work, I am on time.
Interesting.
If it is not work, I can't promise that. There may be like a 10 to 15 minute window, but if it's work, I'm for sure on time. I try to be on time for everything just because I think everyone's time is valuable. But for me, like being on time is really important because of lighting. Shooting outside primarily.
Yeah, that's true. You shoot mainly outside. That's true.
Like there's a big difference between 7 o'clock light and noon light. You know this. So like it depends on like what we're doing. That being said, if there's a real reason for it, I'm not like a monster. I don't like judge anyone.
You're
like
flexible. You're a human. You know things happen.
Totally understand. It's reoccurring things, I guess, that get to me. So if you're late every single time, that becomes a problem. Third pet peeve.
I think for me that's it too. Just being late and canceling work.
Yeah, being
or
late
not paying
canceling
on time.
sucks.
For me that happens too. Because for me, like, I mean, I mainly work for brands, but it's like they ask, so I need this for tomorrow. Dude, I got you. Let me shoot it. Bam, bam. I deliver, and then like, yo, where's the money?
For sure.
Week after, where's the money, bro? Like I shot it for you like this. I deliver. Where's the money? You know.
Yeah.
So that's something that happens to me. But other than that, I always from that those mistakes I learned to always ask to the shoot has to be paid the day off. Production day. Other than that, I'm not doing it, you know?
The deposit is taken on booking, and then the remainder is taken on shoot
the day off.
For sure. Because I'm not going to even start editing unless I'm paid.
Exactly.
Because I know I'll do all that work and then not get paid.
I know.
You have to protect yourself, for sure. I think my third pet peeve, and this is a weird one, adding models to a shoot.
And that happens to me. That never happened to me.
Oh my God. It's so funny to me. Like I'll show up for a shoot and someone goes, well, we can take like, my friend can be in it too, right? And I'm like, oh man.
What do you say though? What do you do?
I will tell them that it's an additional charge. And if they choose to move forward, then that's fine. Because I don't think people realize it's not button clicking.
Yes.
It's a whole different dynamic for the actual shoot that itself. Now I'm wrangling 2 models instead of 1, which as if everyone is not distracted is totally fine, but if like people start chit-chatting, it elongates the time on the shoot. And then editing, now there's 2 sets of eyes, 2 whole bodies, 2 faces, 2 everything that you're editing. It's literally double the work. Like, so for me, adding a model last minute on the same shoot is a big no-no for me. So the way that I get around is I just say it's an additional charge.
And they'll say no. They fuck. Oh, they'll say yes, you know.
I try not to say no. I just money motivates people. So if you're willing to pay for it, then I'm willing to do it.
Yes, all the time.
If you wanna pay the extra fee for the extra model, that's okay. I'll do it. But I don't work for free. I don't think anyone wants to.
Yeah, and for that's something that I read in a book. They say for us as creatives, you should overcharge because you know there's gonna be those changes. So that way, if you don't get frustrated, because you know you already overcharged for it. So it's like, you want some changes, I got you. You already pay for it, so let me do it. Real quick.
But there is a balance. I feel like being affordable to be busy. Like I'd rather, like I don't want to ever overcharge to the point where I'm not getting enough bookings. I'm not gonna be dirt cheap, but I'm also not gonna be like so overpriced that no one can afford me. You know what I mean? Like I want to work. I want to be busy. Like I want to shoot, because every time you click that button, you learn something more.
Yes.
And
interesting.
Every single time you do a shoot, you learn something. And I feel like I would get rusty if I didn't shoot as often as I did.
Yes.
You know?
That's true.
So I try to be in the middle, not overpriced, but not underpriced.
That's smart. That's I always said if you get booked nonstop, it's because 2 reasons. One, you're good, or 2, you're charging too cheap.
Yeah.
And I really hope it's the first one. Right?
Oh, we all do.
Other ones, other ones is like how this friend that he's like, I know how much he charged, and he's booking every day. And I'm like, dude, you have to make like 5 shoots to make what I do for one. It's like that's not fair because you're talented. Once when you come back to the business side, you know, he has to learn the business, and he wants to like ask me, how should I do? I'm like, dude, I got you. You know. Yeah. Like actually, Quest, and I don't know if you know this. One of my mentors, Jason Kermal, something like that. Those 2 are my mentors when it comes to business, awesome. Dude. They told me like, yo, you're too good. What do you do? You charge more. I'm like, no, dude, same as you. Yeah. I don't want to be like too like on you know, like same like that, because I mean, I want to work, dude. I want to work. I want to make money. I support my family. Exactly. Yeah. But I think like the business side of this industry should. Yeah. Which is, and it's like not a lot of information out there, honestly, which is sad.
It's all mentors, I'll be honest. I feel like that's how we all do it, but that's the nice thing about being in San Diego. The community that we have is so uplifting and so generous with their knowledge and their time, and like it really makes room for everybody to be here. So you have your mentors for business, you have your mentors for photography, and it's awesome. Like I feel like San Diego is pretty unique in that way.
It is. Would you ever move to LA for work? Because I feel like everybody moves over there just for work.
I would never say never, but I will say that I don't particularly ever want to live in one place. Nice. I'd like to move from city to city. That's my long-term goal, is to move from city to city, shoot there for a while, and move on. Nice. So I wouldn't say I would never live in LA, but would I live in LA permanently? No, but I'd never live anywhere permanently. So nice. That's kind of.
And then what's your dream place to shoot, since you're saying that you want to like
place to shoot?
Like for me, I really want to go, not even to shoot, but for vacations I want to go to Greece.
Beautiful.
Greece, right?
Greece.
Greece, yeah.
Beautiful.
Dude, hell yeah. And I mean, like I said before this, I want to be an architect.
Yeah.
So for me, I respect the organic architecture over there. Like so beautiful. That's why I want to go over there. So, and especially like shoot over there would be like amazing.
Super beautiful.
That's for me. What about you?
I want to go to Turkey.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure, number one on my list. There's just the landscape there is stunning, and to shoot outside there, which is primarily what I like to do. Yes. That's for sure number one on my list. I would absolutely love to go shoot there. I think it would make for some really amazing photos, and I don't know, I feel like you can't lose there. Like everything I see about Turkey, I'm like obsessed. I've been obsessed forever.
You've never been there?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, my dad was stationed in the army there, so I guess I've like had this like idea in my head since I was a little kid that like Turkey is like this magical land, and like everything I see, it totally supports it. It's gorgeous. So that's definitely.
Now we know if somebody's in Turkey, hire her. Everything paid, please.
Right.
I think we're already like an hour. Yeah, we're an hour. No, 50. 1 hour and 5 minutes in. It's crazy, right? Let's close this up with just like a final question. What would you tell a photographer that is just starting? What would be your advice for it?
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's
I like
absolutely
that.
Possible. I think a lot of doubt is in new artists' heads. Like, they don't necessarily think they're talented enough. They don't necessarily think that it's possible to make a full-blown living doing this, and it absolutely is. And I think that if someone told child me that, I would have done things a little bit differently. I think that it's totally possible, and you just have to really use your whole ass. Just go for it. Like, do it. Just learn and grow and just really put all your energy into it. It's absolutely possible.
I agree with you. Everybody says like, oh, I want to do this because that's where the money's at. Like, dude, money's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
everywhere. You feel, like you said, I know photographers that have been making like shit, thousands of dollars for just one picture. You know, I know one girl that for one picture she charged $15,000, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Imagine for one picture, that's imagine wild. More, right? So it's like that's like good advice. I think it's like you said, a lot of like people is like discouraged because their family, you know, like they're doctors and like, oh, you want to be, that's something that they wanted to like. But when I told my parents, or like my dad, that I wanted to be a videographer, that I have to be a videographer because I needed to support them. It was like, do whatever you want. I know you're gonna do. That's awesome. I know you're gonna do good because I know you. Just be the best at what you do. You know, he told me if you want to deliver pizza, be the best at it.
That is so supportive, and I absolutely love that. I was so lucky there. Told that.
I was so lucky there because I was afraid because I came here and I spent 1 year in college. I'm like, dude. And it's not that I don't like it, but I was like, dude, I can't wait for 4 years to make money. I need to make money right now because I need to support my family in Mexico. So it's like, let's do something. And I did photography ever since then. It's been 3 years and haven't stopped.
So awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's so awesome. Thank you. And you're so talented and good at what you do that your dad, there's no doubt in my mind that he's proud of you.
No, he is. He is. Cool. From heaven, but he's fine. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's proud of me for sure.
I love that.
He's always supportive. So I think it's, I mean, we're lucky in that aspect.
Totally.
That they support us and stuff. But I mean, you heard it from Sara. The beast. Take a look at her work. I trust you. You're not gonna regret it. She's so
Thank you.
You're so like good at what you do. Like I can't imagine that. I don't believe you're doing it for 1 year, dude.
Thank you.
So good. Thanks so much for being here on the podcast. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. You're gonna be doing anything else, and you're not. Instead, you're here spending your time with me. So I appreciate that. And it was great. You did great. I know you were nervous. But now but it was great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You did great. Thank you. Nice.